Hello, dear children. Today we're going to read Where's the Dragon? Oh, he's hiding. I can see him just under this little bridge. Oh, look at that. He's like a little hedge on the rooftops. There we go. Oh, look at here over the mountains. Each and every year, on the first day of summer, little George hurried off to visit his grandfather. The old man had a dog named Meg and a workshop full of wonders. He could carve anything George asked him to. Kites, clocks, flutes, fiddles, and wonderful wooden dragons. And as he carved, Grandfather told amazing tales about an enormous old dragon who lived in the mountains. His tales seemed so real that George felt he could almost see the dragon. Well, I can see the dragon. I can see a little dragon here and one popping out over here. There's a dragon's head over here too. Oh, look, peeping behind the frame. Let's see if we can find some more dragons on the next page. But this year, as Grandfather finished his tales, George asked, "Do you think perhaps I'm too old to believe in dragons?" "Seeing is believing," cried Grandfather. "It's time I took you on a dragon hunt." He asked George to carry all sorts of strange things down to his boat. A telescope, an umbrella, a magnifying glass, and an ancient yellow map. Finally, Grandfather put on his hat with a long, fluffy feather. "This," he chuckled, "is my dragon hunting hat." Oh, I wonder if we can see them. Oh, there's one hiding in the rushes here amongst the rocks. Oh, look at these branches in the trees. In front of the boat, I can find one as well. Oh, on the side of the boat as well. So many hidden dragons. There's one sleeping in the mountains over there. Off they sailed to hunt for the dragon. George was so full of questions. It was a wonder he didn't burst. "Is he a big dragon?" asked George. "As big as the sky," roared Grandfather. "He must be easy to see," said George. No, not at all," said Grandfather. "To see a dragon, you must hunt high and low, and always believe hard enough." Oh, I can feel one in the water here. Oh, I wonder if the owl spotted the rock dragon, or the tree dragon, or the waterfall dragon. Look, Grandfather's got his telescope. When night fell, they tied up the boat and found a nice place to sleep. As they settled down on the riverbank, George, Grandfather, and Meg stared up at the dark sky. "Look," Grandfather whispered to George, pointing up at the stars. "What's that winking in the sky?" "Ah, yes," said Grandfather. "What a beautiful moon." Can you see the moon? I can also see a dragon's closed eye, and he's smiling at them. Sneaky dragon. They all slept well. They all dreamt of dragons. And Meg snored so loudly that the ground seemed to shake and shudder. I wonder why the ground is shaking and shuddering. Look at these big feet with these enormous claws. Uh-oh. In the morning, Grandfather's boat had vanished into thin air. Was it the dragon? George wondered. Not at all, grumbled Grandfather, who was a little short-sighted. Dragons always leave footprints. Oh, look at this enormous footprint. Wow, that's big. Uh-oh. What is the dragon taking with him? I can see a little anchor hanging from his mouth there. I wonder if that belongs to his boat, grandfather's boat. Oh, look at that. I can even see a trunk of a dragon. And dragons always live on mountain tops, said grandfather, striding off up a path. A tail, George cried, trying to catch up with the old man. With no time for tales, puffed grandfather. There's a dragon hunt. Oh, I can see this dragon folded into the rocks, and one coming down a stream. I wonder what they're walking on. This is not a bridge. This, I think, is a dragon's tail. Should we find out? Do dragons breathe fire? Panted George. Not at all, wheezed grandfather, taking off his dragon hunting hat and mopping his brow. Whew. My, but it's hot today. I wonder why it's hot. I see flames, children, and behind the smoke I see a dragon's face. As they reached the top of the mountain, George was sure he believed in dragons. He pointed and shouted, "He's high!" "Yes, it is high," said grandfather, who was a little hard of hearing. "Dragons always live up high." He's not saying high, he's saying eye, children. There's big eyes. Look at his little hair growing on the top of his head and his nostrils. "The mouth!" shrieked George. "Of a cave?" shouted grandfather. "So that's where the dragon's hiding." And with that he leapt into the darkness, waving his umbrella above his head. George yelled out. Meg barked, but it was too late. I wonder what he's walking into, children. Perhaps it was dragon hay fever. Perhaps it was dragon cold. Most likely it was the long, fluffy feather on grandfather's dragon hunting hat. Whatever it was, made the dragon a tissue sneeze that shook the mountain. "Quite a breeze blowing," bellowed grandfather as he somersaulted over their heads. The dragon hunt was over. "Next year we'll hunt higher and lower and believe in even harder," cried grandfather. "Then we're sure to see the dragon." "Of course," chuckled George, holding grandfather's hand and winking at Meg. "After all, seeing is believing. How many hidden dragons did you find in this book?" And we'll find those answers in grandfather's house. The end. I hope you enjoyed that, children.